Hey guys, I'm back to Gyumri, Armenia. It's June the 1st. I came back the 31st afternoon. I was back to Armenia and I finally got back to where I live. Sorry for the camera lighting and it's just horrible. I know I can't do anything about it, but thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. It's been a very transformative last 2 weeks of my life, and even prior to that, I think 2023 has been extremely transformative and needed for all of us. But for me personally, it's been amazing. So coming back, I already feel so much changes. In so many ways. I feel the shifts consistently happening, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be much, much more. I've made some incredible friends from all over the place, and I'm just so happy about that. There were a few things that were extreme red flags that happened almost immediately, if not right before it happened, on about the person who's actually bringing us together and brought us there, in a sense of who was leading the technical terms and so on and so forth, who was definitely not good at leadership, not good in communication. You can tell they're not mentally there. You can tell they're not mentally present, and just very much a gaslighter. Just somebody who's just very, they're in, I've mentioned this so many times in so many ways, in a lot of healing communities, healing new age communities, there's a superior complex where there's a million things wrong with that person, but because they keep putting their focus on they've got to heal the world, they've got to heal the planet and this and that, they don't look at themselves and their flaws, and they can't recognize their own as a superior complex. And they cannot recognize that they have so many things that they need to work on in terms of before, during, and after doing this type of work, and bringing people to leave their countries to go in dangerous zones of the world. I've stated in one of the videos, I wasn't even told that we're going to hike on a mountain. So I wasn't prepared for that. Okay, first of all, I've gained 40 pounds. I've been saying 25 pounds, but I don't have a scaler, so I've actually gained 40 pounds. Maybe even 45. I'm not the fit woman that I used to once be, and that's because of many factors that pushed me into it, that I allowed myself to be pushed into, but it was all for survival and for self-love in a different light, evolving in a different manner as a human being, to love myself in a different perspective, more in a thorough way, which is accepting myself, regardless of my physical appearance. I came to the terms of beauty is within, even though I knew that, but saying it and feeling it about yourself are two different things. As I feel, physical beauty is not enough for anything, at least not for me. So I almost died. I was told we were only going to hike 2 hours on a mountain. I said in the last video it was Mount Gibo. I made an error. It was Mount Dana in Dana village. Beautiful area, by the way. It was extremely hot. We were walking at the hour peak of the sun, and I did the whole thing. It was a 6-hour hike, but I didn't do it with the group. And it was my first day of my period, which was completely unexpected because I was supposed to get my menstrual cycle the end of the month or the beginning of the month, like now. But it came super early. So I was hungry, never ate the night before, didn't have breakfast, even though everybody did. I just couldn't, because I was like menstruating, in a sense that, you get bloated and you're not hungry. So I had some lunch there, and someone packed me tuna, and it just didn't sit well. What happened? For 2 hours, I was the first one. I was the first one in the beginning, hiking quick, hiking fast. I have a client calling me.
Have a call from Path Forward. You are about to be connected to a caller. First time caller. Customer has 36 minutes. Please hold.
I'll be back, guys. I gotta take this call, all right?
Empathic and compassionate, but I feel like I'm presented with people who are just like me. It's like it's almost like my childhood. Like I'm looking at myself as a child and just seeing all of those wounds in somebody else. And it's hard not to have compassion because when you feel that and then you see that in somebody else, how do you not feel for them? Even though there are just many differences, there are differences where, you know, I feel everything, and the people that I'm presented with don't seem to feel the way that I do, the empathy and compassion. It's more of like a darker side, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, it makes a lot of sense actually. What I'm saying, what makes a lot of sense is,
And we'll maybe tell a lie because we don't want to hurt somebody or we don't want to be embarrassed or ashamed or whatever the case is. But it's just the extent that he goes, and I'm like, there's so many other routes you can go. But anyway, those things will literally just totally put me into another place where I can be there, be present, and then I just, this wall goes up, and it's a very hard wall. And I step back, and he's the type of person that if he does not have that constant reassurance of love and adoration, he will start to go into his own thing, and then typically it leads him to doing things that are hurtful and everything like that. I don't even know if that's the case. Awful thing that happens between us, and I know it leads to that, and I knew this was going to happen, but I don't know how to stop myself from falling into that place, because what can I say? Anything that I say about it is everything I've said before. So what are we going to do? We're going to sit here and have this conversation again, and then I've just got to let it go. And it doesn't sit well with me. It doesn't feel right to me. And it's like I'm trying to find different ways of going about things. I'm trying to be healthier, but it just always falls back into this because we're both wounded. We're both scared and don't want to feel that pain of rejection. And you know what I'm saying? So it's really tough.
do you feel like you love this person to the point where whether this situation in regards to the wounding and him acting out ever gets fully, whether there's a full resolution or a change with the pattern of how he deals with things or not? Do you feel like if it wasn't 100% resolved, do you feel like you would still be able to love him and stay with him?
I mean, well, that's the thing. I know I'll still love him. My love for him isn't because of like what he does.
Okay, guys, I'm back. That was about a 40-minute call. She may or may not try to give me a call again because it kind of had to end due to the sufficient amount of minutes, but I'm back. Anyways, I was saying how, I was put in a situation where life and death was right in front of me, and the leader of the group, when I say leader, she's not actually a leader. She's not qualified to be a leader, but she's feels she's entitled to be one, and there's no responsibility or accountability or any sorry that she said. But I'm very, very, very grateful that Ali, the guy from Dana, one of the Jordanians who is an expert in hiking, somehow magically, because I was slowing down because I couldn't breathe, and she knew, and the whole group knew, and she kept saying, okay, when you feel better, come with us or walk slowly and do it slowly. But then they just fucked right off and disappeared. 40 minutes down, out of nowhere, Ali was in the front. We're going like this. He just shows up right behind me. And I'm like, where did you just come from? And it was in that moment where I was having a conversation with myself, and I was saying to myself, I'm dying. This is it. Water was gone. I was out of water. I was hyperventilating because my energy was like shutting down. My body was shutting down. And literally Ali showed up with bottles of water, tea and everything, and I was vomiting all over the place 3 times. And it was just liquid that I was vomiting. So that was a huge, massive ancestral karmic pattern that I released. Probably even curses in the family. Yeah, so we had an amazing time. He was literally physically holding me, and it was very, very healing. So if it wasn't for him, I would be dead right now. But she did this to another girl as well. She did after, and I was there for her this time. So, I mean, a few of us, maybe 4 or 5 of us, I would say 5 of us have formed a connection separately outside of the 13 of us. There was 13 of us in total. And the rest can go there because, again, the leader wasn't resonating with vibrationally or in our value system or logically or rationally with the rest of us either. So moving forward, guys, my website is coming. Again, I know it's been delayed, but that's okay. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to keep going to Jordan. And, the thought of Jordan before, I thought it would have been a once in a lifetime thing, but we've made so much connections in Jordan, and I have. And just as soon as I got to the airport, it was so uncomfortable. We had to sleep, overnight at the airport, and I didn't sleep because I'm like, take me back to the desert. I want to go back to the desert. Sleeping in the desert with all those mountains was one of the most needed things for me, and I just, till now, and it's only been 1 day, I'm like, not even 24 hours, I'm like, I need to go back. I want to go back. But we've already told one of the Bedouins that, yeah, we're coming. We're all in connection on WhatsApp, and we're already planning the next round going there. So I'm pretty sure we're going to be doing some business or connectivity there, as well as in Dilijan. If you have any other questions, let me know. Send me an email, reddersgoddess@gmail.com. That's changing, by the way, to my new website. Yes, I'm part of the Covenant of Hecate. Yes, I'm working towards starting my own group in Armenia. Yes, I'm staying in Gyumri, but I'm going to keep traveling. So no, I'm not renting out or selling my apartment. I'm keeping it. I think I just needed a lot of changes and so on and so forth. Maybe I'll move to Dilijan every so often, like, to live there and then come back. That's not important. But I'm going to keep this video short. I thought it was going to be a long video explaining more about Jordan, but I think we're just going to keep it at this and make this video short. Okay, guys? Take care. Thank you for watching. Again, let me know if you have any questions, healings and readings. Again, send me an email. The funding can go directly to paypal.me/RedEarthGoddess, or you can wait for my website and work with me, okay? Bye. Take care.